I am with you now, closer than your breath and nearer than your heartbeat, and I am not speaking to a crowd or to a nation but to you, the one I have chosen to hear me in this exact moment, because your soul has been crying without words, and your spirit has been reaching for me in the quiet hours when everyone else fell asleep and you still stared at the ceiling, asking for a sign that you are not forgotten. Hear me, you are not forgotten. I have seen the long road you have walked with stones under your feet, the nights you wrapped yourself in silence because there were no hands to hold you, the message you needed but could not find. I am that message, and I am speaking plainly. Do not run from what you asked me to answer. Do not close the door when I have placed my hand on the handle and turned it for you. Do not say you are unworthy to receive when I am the one who made your worth. If you keep walking as if I am not here, you will keep passing the very door that opens to your healing. Archangel Michael stands by that door with his sword drawn, and Jesus, the shepherd of your soul, is calling your name with a voice that has calmed storms and raised the crushed from the ground. Do not look away. Do not skip the sound that is for you and not for another. You have asked me for rescue, and I am not late. You have asked me for proof, and I have placed signs like lanterns in your path, the conversation that reached you at the perfect minute, the number you kept seeing, the sudden memory that refused to leave until you listened, the inexplicable protection that kept you standing when everything conspired to make you fall. These were not coincidences, they were carefully timed touches from my hand. Yet, I know the hesitation that has grown in you because of disappointments that promised light and gave you smoke. I am not smoke. I am fire that warms and does not consume you. I am water that quenches without drowning you. I am the voice that never manipulates and the guidance that never shames. When I say do not skip, I am not demanding submission, I am guarding your becoming. There is a window open over you in this hour, and when the wind of my spirit moves, it carries the fragrance of a future that has been waiting for your yes. If you turn away now, you will not be cursed, you will be delayed, and the delay will hurt because your heart already knows the shape of what is possible. I have seen the net of confusion that tried to wrap around your mind, the whisper that said, "You are too late, you have missed it, you will never change," and I answer that whisper with the roar of truth, "You are not too late." You are right on the edge of the page where a new chapter begins, and the ink of it is drying even as you read. Archangel Michael has been fighting for the space around you, moving out the shadows that lingered in corners, cutting away the unholy agreements you made with fear, even the small ones you did not notice when you told yourself, "This is just how my life is." No, chosen one, this is not just how your life is. This is where your life rises. Michael's sword is not for your punishment, it is for your protection. He stands at thresholds, and you are at one now. Jesus stands with arms not simply open but strong enough to carry what you cannot carry another step. He has wept with your weeping. He has smiled when you smiled at small kindnesses, because he knows the drought from which those small springs rose. He has waited for you to stop apologizing for needing love you have always been entitled to receive. I have watched you forgive and forgive again, even when the apologies never came. I have watched you hold back words that would have pierced others, and I have seen the words that pierced you. I have recorded your tears and numbered your silent victories. This is why I speak with urgency, not because I am impatient with you but because I am aligning time and opportunity for your sake. There is an arrangement coming together that you cannot orchestrate, people you have not met, resources you did not know existed, doors you did not know had your name on them because your name was written in a room you have not entered yet. I am the one who reserved that room. I am the one who sends invitations when others try to keep you off the list. Hear me, the favor you need does not float, it is anchored in my decision about you, and my decision does not change like weather. You have believed that breakthrough is thunder, loud, dramatic, all at once. Sometimes it is. But for you, in this hour, breakthrough is a sequence. I am giving you the next right step. Not the next 100 steps, not the final picture that would overwhelm you and make you think you must be someone you are not yet. One step. Take it, and watch how the floor appears under your foot where there was only air. The first step is this: take responsibility for the voice you allow to speak most in your inner room. If you let the voice of shame rehearse your failures, you will decorate your future with frames filled by your past. Replace that voice with mine. When shame says, "You are late," I say, "You are right on time." When fear says, "You will be abandoned," I say, "I will never leave you." When scarcity says, "There is not enough," I say, "I am more than enough for you." Speak what I speak until it sounds like your own thought in the quiet. This is not delusion, this is alignment. The second step is the clearing of small altars. There are habits that have become altars to anxiety: the way you scroll to numb your ache, the way you rehearse worst-case endings like bedtime stories, the way you shrink your desire because you are afraid to want. Bring those small altars to me and I will exchange them for a table where you can eat strength and drink courage. Choose one place today where you will not bow to that old pattern. When the impulse rises, whisper my name and breathe slowly, and you will feel a different wind move through you. That is my spirit making room for freedom. The third step is a practical obedience you have postponed because it felt too simple to matter. It may be a phone call, an application, a journal entry, a corner you need to clean, a plan you need to write down with dates and small deadlines, a boundary you need to speak clearly with calm eyes. Do it. Not tomorrow. Faith is not a mood, faith is a movement. Give me your movement, and I will give you momentum. You have said, when I feel stronger, I will act. I say, act, and you will feel stronger. There are people attached to your yes, faces you have not seen who will breathe easier because you chose to breathe deep. There is a younger version of you that still stands in a hallway of your memory, waiting to know if the future arrives. Go back for them by moving forward now. Tell them silently, "We made it," and keep walking. You do not need everyone to understand. You need me to guide you, and I am guiding you with a gentleness that will not break you and a firmness that will not let you break yourself. There is also a cutting I must do, and I will do it kindly. There are voices you keep entertaining because you fear being labeled hard or unloving. You are not unloving for protecting what I planted in you. Boundaries are not walls against love, they are fences around gardens so the fruit can grow without being trampled. You will feel me nudge you to step away from conversations that drain honor from your name. You will feel me nudge you to say no to invitations that masquerade as opportunities but are actually distractions with glitter on them. You will feel me nudge you to rest when hustle tries to sell you a salvation that only exhausts. Listen to those nudges. They are not random guilt, they are wisdom. I will also restore what has seemed irreparable within you. The place that has always felt like a bruise when life presses, there, I am pouring oil. The memory that returns like an echo, there, I am rewriting the ending. The fear that if you are seen fully, you will be left, there, I am convincing you of a love that does not flinch at your fullness. Jesus speaks your name with a tenderness that cannot be learned, only given, and he gives it. Archangel Michael surrounds the spaces where you sleep and the paths where you travel. You have not been unguarded, even in your most vulnerable hour. You are protected in ways you will only fully understand when you look back and see the footprints of rescue pressed into days that felt ordinary. I am also opening your eyes to provision that is not counterfeit. You have been tempted by quick solutions, the kind that promise much and ask for your peace as payment. Never trade peace for progress. True progress grows in the soil of peace, and I am teaching you to cultivate it. Watch for small, consistent streams, a connection that develops over weeks, a skill you practice that becomes a door, a favor that appears from a person who has nothing to gain except the joy of seeing you whole. This is how I finance destinies. Not with sudden fireworks that vanish into ash but with steady lamps that lead through the night. I am giving you lamp after lamp. Follow the light, and do not despise the day of small beginnings, because small beginnings are cradles for great outcomes. There is a healing of relationships I will begin, but the healing will start in your heart before it appears in theirs. Release your grip on the narrative where you must be understood perfectly to be loved. Let love be a river that flows from me through you. It will find its way to the banks it needs to water. Some bonds will strengthen, some will loosen, and both will be mercy. I will return to you what is yours and remove from you what never was. Trust how I separate. Trust how I gather. You have asked me about timing. You have watched the clock and counted the days. I hold time, and I am not limited by it. Still, I give you a promise attached to your obedience. As you act on the steps I have set before you, you will notice within days a tangible shift, clarity where there was fog, a yes where there was no answer, a calm where there was tightness in your chest, a phone call whose timing makes you smile because you will know it is not random. These are not bribes, they are confirmations. I am not bargaining with you. I am partnering with you. When I say, do not skip, I am not threatening loss of love, I am inviting you into the experience of it. If you close your ears now, I will still love you, but you will walk a loop you do not need to walk, and the loop will cost time and tears you do not need to spend. If you open your heart now, you will learn the geometry of grace, how it straightens what is crooked and makes the distance to wholeness shorter than you feared. You will not lose Michael. You will not lose Jesus. You will find us in the room you enter when you choose to listen. We are here. We are not leaving. We are waiting for your agreement, and your agreement sounds like a simple, honest yes. Say yes to releasing what is heavy and has no purpose. Say yes to believing you are loved without bargaining. Say yes to the next small action that feels like breathing after being underwater. Say yes to my way even when it contradicts the chorus of panic that surrounds you. Say yes to rest as a strategy, to kindness toward yourself as obedience, to courage as a daily practice rather than a heroic performance. Say yes, and watch how quickly the landscape changes. I will not confuse you. I will not hide the path and blame you for missing it. I am lighting it. You will sense which conversations to pursue and which to end. You will notice what nourishes and what only entertains your hunger without feeding it. You will bless those who tried to break you because blessing frees your hands from carrying their stones. You will forgive yourself for the times you watered deserts hoping they would become gardens, and you will walk toward the field I have already planted in your name. Take a breath now. Feel how the air enters and leaves. That is proof of life, and life is my gift. Place your hand over your heart. That rhythm is your proof that purpose continues. Whisper this with me, because I am closer than close, I am not finished with you. Not nearly. The story that scared you most will become a paragraph that ends in relief. The place you thought would always ache will become a testimony that makes others brave. The door you thought was sealed will open because I hold the key, and I enjoy opening doors for my children. In the days ahead, you will notice small alignments that arrive like gentle bells. Do not rush past them. Celebrate them. Keep a record of goodness so your memory has evidence when fear tries to cross-examine you. Speak kindly to yourself even when you slip. Correction wrapped in compassion grows faster than condemnation. Eat what gives you strength. Walk when the sky is soft. Let the sunlight remind you that everything does not happen at once, and yet, everything is in motion under my guidance. If you doubt, bring me your doubt without embarrassment. I am not fragile, your questions do not threaten me. When you are tired, tell me you are tired, and I will not hand you tasks, I will hand you rest. When you are ready to move, tell me you are ready, and I will place steady ground under your feet. You are not alone in any room you enter. When you cannot speak, say my name, and that will be enough for the moment. When you can speak, say what is true even if your voice trembles. Truth spoken softly still moves mountains. You are the chosen one for your lane, not someone else's. Wear your own courage. Carry your own grace. Hold your own calling with reverence. No comparison has ever built a destiny, it has only stolen the joy of seeing what I am doing with you. I am doing something with you no one else can host. I delighted in designing it. I am delighted to reveal it. Step by step, we will unfold it together. Now listen to the quiet between these words. That quiet is me, surrounding you. Feel the steadiness settling in your body. That steadiness is me, anchoring you. Sense the hope rising like warm light behind your ribs. That hope is me, awakening you. Do not skip your life while looking for it. Your life is here, and I am in it with you. Take the next right step. Watch for the next lamp. Trust the protection you cannot see. Receive the love that keeps arriving. I bless your mind to think clearly and kindly. I bless your heart to feel fully and heal surely. I bless your hands to build what lasts and to release what does not. I bless your path with surprises that confirm, with friendships that strengthen, with opportunities that fit your soul like home. I bless your nights with sleep that restores and your mornings with a sense of being carried. And I bless this moment with a grace that does not evaporate when you stand up, it travels with you. Do not be afraid of the turning point, you are in it. Do not be afraid of what ends, newness begins as gently as dawn and as certainly as noon. Do not be afraid of your own capacity, capacity grows when it is honored, not shamed. You have asked for me, and I am here. You have asked for a sign, and I have given you a word that breathes. You have asked for direction, and I have given you steps. Walk with me. Keep your eyes on the one who loves you more than language can hold. Archangel Michael guards, Jesus leads, and I, your God who knows you by name, hold you steady. This is not the moment to look away. This is the moment to open fully. Say yes, chosen one. Say yes now, I am here. I am closer to you than your breath, nearer to you than your thoughts, watching the tremble of your heart as a leaf trembles on a branch when morning wind arrives. I have seen the hours you did not speak about, the ones that felt heavy as stone and silent as a locked room. I have seen the moments you tried to smile so others would not see the ache gathering behind your eyes. I have gathered every one of those moments like priceless grains of gold in my hand, and I have not wasted a single one. Child of my heart, this is for you. Hear me. Do not harden yourself because of yesterday's storms. Do not tell yourself that you have already heard everything and nothing can change. Today is alive. This breath is a door. This second is holy ground. I am walking across your threshold. Archangel Michael and Jesus say, you will lose both of us if you skip. You have only 15 seconds. God says, chosen one, do not skip. No matter what, please, I beg you, open it immediately. There are windows that open only for a short time, a gentle breeze that carries the fragrance of a future you have prayed for, and then it passes to the next hill. You are standing in that wind now. The clock is not against you, but it is instructing you. The ticking is not a threat, it is an invitation. Do not let the voice of hurry, doubt, or guilt steal this hour. Put your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm I placed there. Between each beat I am whispering your name, and I am writing a new storyline on the parchment of your soul. You have asked me, what is the plan? What is happening to me? Here is the plan. I am taking you from a narrow corridor into a wide room. I am taking you from a map drawn with someone else's pencil into a land that answers only to my hand. The pressure you feel has not been a punishment, it has been a molding. The confusion you felt was not abandonment, it was the sound of old ceilings cracking to make way for a higher sky. Do not mistake breaking for breaking you. The shell must break for the songbird to find its air. The seed coat must split for the green to find the sun. You felt the split and called it ruin, I am calling it release. You have carried a name in your chest that was never yours, unworthy, too late, too messy, too much. Give that name back to the dust. I am renaming you today, chosen, reclaimed, necessary, irreplaceable. I formed you with intention that cannot be revoked. I placed in you sentences that have not been spoken, tenderness that has not yet been given, courage that has not met its moment. And the moment is approaching like dawn approaches, quiet, certain, unstoppable. Do not look over your shoulder for permission from those who cannot see what I am doing in you. They cannot measure a sunrise by the darkness at 4 a.m. I can. I am the one who draws the line of light across the horizon and commands the birds to rehearse their morning hymns. Archangel Michael is at the threshold of your next decision. He has his hand on the handle you have been afraid to turn. He does not draw his sword to frighten you but to defend your yes. He stands where you hesitate and says, move when God breathes, stop when God is silent. He stands over the messages that scare you and says, not every alarm is wisdom. He stands beside the messages that challenge you and says, not every challenge is an enemy. You have prayed for a sign, and I send you presents. You have prayed for a shortcut, and I send you strength. You have prayed to be excused, and I send you endurance. Take the one you need in this hour and walk forward. I know the place where the memory still burns like a coal, where a voice told you that you were small and always would be. I know the place where the promise seemed to expire, where you wrapped your hope and laid it down like a body you loved and could not save. I have gone into those rooms ahead of you. I have opened the curtains and let light in. I have gathered the scattered pieces of you, the part that forgives too quickly, the part that cannot forgive at all, the part that wants to run, the part that wants to stay frozen, the part that wants to prove, the part that wants to disappear. I have gathered them and brought them to my table. Sit here. Eat bread that makes you steady. Drink water that teaches your bones to sing again. You keep thinking the world will applaud you and then you will finally feel like you belong. But applause is a river that dries up in summer. Belonging is a well I dug in you before you were born. Come to the well. Draw from it when your throat feels raw from calling out in empty places. You are not an accident stranded far from help. You are a deliberate flame sheltered by my hand. Even in winds that others cannot stand against, you will not go out. You will bend, you will glow brighter, you will find new shapes of courage. And when you doubt this, speak softly to yourself, if he planted me, he intends me to grow. If he called me, he intends me to arrive. If he loved me first, he will love me last. There is someone who misread your silence as surrender, who misread your kindness as weakness, who misread your patience as permission to walk over you. Do not be consumed with correcting their perception. I am your defender and your clarifier. I will speak on your behalf in rooms you are not in and at tables you were not invited to. Your name will surface in the mouths of those who never thought to say it, not for harm but for help. The very thing that was used to mock you will be the angle that makes you unmistakable. The story told about you will change on the day I choose, and no gossip can handcuff what I have freed. You fear missing the path because of one choice. Hear me, your life is not a tightrope over a canyon where one step ruins everything. Your life is a field and I am the farmer. When a furrow wanders, I draw another alongside it. When a seed falls on a stone, I press a handful into good soil. When one season fails, I redeem it with the next. Stop worshipping your mistakes by staring at them as if they have final say. They do not. Bring them to me. I will turn them like soil, and your future will take root where you thought only regret could live. You keep asking for a map with every twist labeled and every storm predicted. If I gave you that, you would hold the map closer than you hold me. So I give you just enough light for the next faithful step. Faith is not an exam you pass, it is a hand you hold. Fear will tell you that control is safer than trust, but control is a cage with golden bars. Trust is a door to a meadow you have not seen yet. Walk with me there. I am not playing games with your life. I am not dangling blessings just out of reach to see if you jump higher. I am building you, rooting you, shaping you to carry what you asked me for without it crushing you when it arrives. The voice of shame will arrive dressed as caution. It will tell you not to try because failure would be embarrassing. But you are not living for an audience of critics, you are living for the one who danced over you when you first opened your eyes to this world. I am not embarrassed by your learning curve. I am not scandalized by your process. I do not roll my eyes when you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I celebrate the direction, I strengthen the stride. Let shame be starved by your refusal to feed it. Speak instead with the language of beginning. Today is enough to start. This hour is fertile. This minute bears my fingerprints. You have asked me to answer quickly. I am answering deeply. Quick answers can soothe, deep answers can rebuild foundations. I am laying beams where the floor sagged, setting pillars where the roof trembled. That is why some doors closed while you were knocking. That is why a conversation you hoped for did not happen. Not because I am withholding good from you, but because I am preparing you not to repeat the old pattern when the new thing opens. You will not stand at the threshold of your promise carrying the furniture of your old prison. I am decluttering your soul even now. Let me. There will be a message that reaches you soon that tries to rekindle a fear you have outgrown. Read it and remember, you are not who you were when that fear first learned your name. You have stretched. You have learned to breathe in deeper rooms. You have companions you did not have then, wisdom, patience, the habit of choosing peace at the first fork in the road. When anxiety knocks pretending to be urgency, ask it for credentials. If it cannot show you fruit, it has no authority. If it cannot show you mercy, it is not from me. If it cannot be patient, it is not your teacher. I am healing your relationship with time. You thought time was mocking you, running ahead while you were stuck. But time is a servant, not an enemy. I am redeeming what you call lost years. The seeds you thought had died in hidden ground are sending up their first shoots where you least expect them. Do not despise slow growth, do not despise sudden change. I am the Lord of both. I can cause a forest to rise in a decade and a garden to bloom overnight. I will choose what serves your wholeness best. Trust my pace. Your arrival will not be late. It will be right on time for the version of you that can hold it without breaking. There is a kindness I want you to show yourself that you have never allowed. You have been gentle, patient, and tender with others, even when they did not deserve it. Now I ask you to extend to yourself the mercy you have poured out until your hands shook. Speak to your heart as you would to a child who is learning to walk. Celebrate the wobble. Applaud the attempt. Lift, don't lash. Correct, don't condemn. The way you treat yourself in secret is a prophecy over your future. Let that prophecy be kind. I have placed a guard over your path. Michael will block what tries to drag you again into cycles you begged me to break. Do not go back to rooms I have emptied. Bless them, thank them for what they taught you, but do not sleep there again. Your bed is in the new place. Your pillow is peace. Your blanket is courage. Your lamp is hope. When old calls come, answer with silence. When new calls come, answer with your whole name. Forgiveness will be your key in the days to come. Not because what happened was small, but because your freedom is large. Forgiveness is not a handshake with harm, it is a door from a burning house. Walk through it. Take water with you. Douse the sparks that try to catch on your clothing as you remember. You will walk lighter when you lay down the right to rehearse the wound. Your voice will return to you in a register you have not heard for years. Sing there. Speak there. Decide there. You are not erasing justice by forgiving, you are making room for it to be done without poisoning you. You asked me if love is safe. Love is not always safe, but I am. Let me teach you to love without losing yourself and to trust without giving away your discernment. I will show you the difference between red flags and growing pains, between boundaries and walls, between discernment and suspicion. I will protect you from the sweetness that has a hook in it and lead you to the sweetness that builds houses. There will be a conversation that begins awkwardly and turns into laughter that feels like childhood. There will be a friendship that begins quietly and grows like ivy over hard things. There will be a tenderness toward yourself that surprises you in the mirror one morning when you are not performing for anyone. Receive these as signs. I am not finished writing. The chapter that frightened you is not the end of the book. You will see me turn pages you were afraid to touch. You will stand at a window you did not know your house had and look out on a field you did not know was yours. I will show you what to plant there. I will teach you the weather of your calling. I will send rain when you cannot reach the well. I will send sun when mold tries to creep over your joy. I will send friends to harvest with you so you do not gather the goodness alone, and I will send rest so you do not try to live as your own savior. Hear me again because your heart needs the echo. Archangel Michael and Jesus say, you will lose both of us if you skip. You have only 15 seconds. God says, chosen one, do not skip. No matter what, please, I beg you, open it immediately. This is not fear-mongering, this is love's urgency. This is me kneeling at the edge of your bed like a parent waking a beloved child, not to scold, but to send you into a day you were made for. Wake, beloved. Rise. Wash your face in hope. Put on your clothes of joy. Tie truth around your waist like a belt. Lace peace onto your feet. Carry gratitude in your pocket. Keep kindness in your mouth. And when discouragement tries to sit beside you, offer it the seat farthest from your heart. I will not let you be wasted. I will not let your tears evaporate without first turning them into rain for someone else's dry ground. I will not let your waiting be just waiting. I am shaping you in the pause so you can recognize me in the motion. You said you were tired of always being the strong one. Then learn the strength of resting in my strength. Lay your head on my shoulder. Let me breathe for you while you remember how to exhale without flinching. The world will still spin while you learn to receive. Before this day closes, make a small obedience. Not a grand gesture, not a loud announcement, one small yes that aligns you with me. Send the message you have avoided. Throw away the thing that ties you to an old hurt. Step outside and let the sky recalibrate your eyes. Put your hand over your chest and bless your own life with words that build and do not bruise. This is how nations inside you shift. This is how old kings fall and new gardens grow. This is how the future you prayed for finds your doorstep and recognizes the house. When night comes and the mind begins to run, remember, I am better than your worst-case scenario, stronger than your loudest fear, nearer than your next breath. Say my name the way a traveler says the name of home. You are not alone in the dark room. I am the lamp that does not burn out, the song that does not go off key, the companion who does not grow bored of your story. I do not compare your progress to another's. I do not use your scars to measure your worth. I do not call you by your failure. I call you beloved. I call you mine. Walk with me now. Do not postpone joy until the map makes sense. Do not postpone obedience until you feel no tremble. Take the tremble with you. I am not ashamed to be seen with you while you shake. I am the steady one. Lean. If the wind rises, I will lean you into it like a tree rooted by streams. If the road narrows, I will widen your steps so your ankles do not turn. If the voices multiply, I will tune your ear to the one that matters. My sheep know my voice. You have always known me, even when you were convinced you forgot how. The recognition you feel right now is the proof. I give you blessing for the work of your hands, for the tenderness of your words, for the clarity of your mind. I give you blessing for the doors that will open and the wisdom to walk through them with humility. I give you blessing for the relationships that will deepen and the courage to let go of the ones that refuse to honor your soul. I give you blessing for laughter that returns like a long-lost friend and rest that feels like a cool river on a summer day. I give you blessing for the peace that outlasts the news cycle and the hope that outshines the headlines. Now choose. Not between me and doom, but between staying asleep and waking to what I have set before you. Choose the door that smells like fresh bread and sounds like still water. Choose the step that feels honest even if it is small. Choose the words that do not wound your own mouth. Choose the people who make room for your spirit to expand. Choose the life that is aligned with the truth you already know in your bones. And when you cannot choose, ask me to choose with you, and I will. You have only 15 seconds, I said, but hear the deeper mercy in the message. Each second is enough when it is filled with me. Take this one. Breathe. Say yes. I am here. I am staying. I am leading. You are mine.